atmosphere like this level right now, he's getting nervous right now. He's nervous. He wanted this fight. Now he's talking a lot of mad.
He's definitely real. I don't like him. I don't like him all. And just with these fights, I think it just brings that out in you. I think the more you dislike somebody, the better it is.
David Benavidez has just given a terrifying final message to David Morell. Both fighters will face off on February 1st, 2025, at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Benavidez has warned Morell, saying, "I want to fight people who have confidence that they can beat me up, but I'm going to break his moth." The tension between them has escalated, with both fighters eager to prove themselves in the ring.
Fight is that one?
That's 50-50 right there. If anything, 55-45 for Benavidez. I love David versus David. I love everything about the fight. The thing I feel that Benavidez has over Morell is experience, is true strength.
Benavidez initiated a handshake, but Morell refused, adding fuel to their already intense rivalry. The tension was evident in their heated face-offs, with both fighters exchanging verbal jabs leading up to fight night. Benavidez, known for his relentless pressure, remains confident, while Morell, a skilled technician, believes he has the tools to dismantle his opponent. With both men undefeated, the stakes are higher than ever.
I think he's getting put into a corner now where he's running out of excuses. He said that the only thing I bring is 25 extra pounds, and I'm not worth nothing, but he's asking 200 million, and now he's gonna fight me in the same night. Like, this shit's just stupid, bro. Like, just tell the people you don't want to fight me.
Do you think his hunger is dissipating? You know,
I don't know. I can't talk to you about what his hunger is or how his training is or how he feels. I can only speak to you about myself, but for me, it looks like fear. It looks like fear, like he's scared of me.
Moreover, in an interview, Benavidez expressed that his fight with Morell is personal, emphasizing his strong dislike for him. He believes that emotions like dislike fuel the intensity of a fight, making it even more thrilling.
For me, man, you know yourself. You know, there's just some fighters that want that challenge, that they want to challenge themselves. And this is why I chose this fight, because it looked like the hardest fight on paper, and I want to challenge myself.
We're going to go a little bit deeper into the relationship with y'all a little bit later, but before I move on, is the bad blood real? Like, you really don't like him?
Yeah,
you really don't like him?
He's definitely real. I don't like him. I don't like him all. And just with these fights, I think it just brings that out in you. I think the more you dislike somebody, the better it is for the fight and for the sales.
Yeah, I mean, that's what boxing is about.
On the Ariel Helwani show, there was a heated discussion about David Morell's upcoming fight with David Benavidez. David Benavidez and David Morell got into a heated argument ahead of their fight. The tension was undeniable as both fighters refused to back down. The rivalry is boiling over, making their showdown even more personal and explosive.
Benavidez, let me...
hold on, before you get started, it's funny because he has so much stuff to say before the press conference, all this and that I'm a RoboCop, that he's gonna knock me out, that I don't have nothing. But now look at him, he's scared, he don't have shit to say. What's up with all that you were saying? How come you're not saying all that now? He's there, you can't even talk, he's all freaking, he's all nervous. He's all nervous.
Bro, he's just saying,
Where's all
bro, you had the RoboCop, man, you had the RoboCop, you know what I mean?
It was claimed that Morell's management would make more money from the fight than Morell himself. This raises serious questions about fighter pay and management deals in boxing. Ariel pressed the issue, asking how Morell felt about the situation and whether he believed his team was truly supporting him.
You said that Morell's management is going to earn more money off this fight than Morell himself, and you want to know how he's going to feel.
About that. Look, now you think
so David, for David Morell, what is your response to this? Is this true?
All your managers are
man, it's bullshit. You know, it's bullshit, man. Let's go to the back.
All your managers are getting more money than you.
Okay.
How does that feel? I thought the managers are with you. I thought the people were with you. How your fucking managers making more money than you? How are they making more money than you?
Morell, is that true?
Hey, bro, listen. Man, Ham, I think that every time is a lot of
after I knock you out, they're all going to catch out.
David Benavidez has given an update on his training camp, stating that everything is going smoothly as he prepares for Morell. He has been pushing himself hard and sparring without any injuries, ensuring he's in top condition for fight night.
My arms are short for my height, so I gotta find ways to get, you know what I'm saying? I bring this in, so it's here. I bring that in for maximum power, but also so I'm in a good range.
Yeah.
I can't be out here because I got shorter arms. If I'm here, somebody like you gonna counter this.
Yeah.
You can be a really good fighter. Both hands.
Yeah.
You could be all-time great if you make this great.
Yeah.
That's the hand.
Yeah.
Because that's going to open up these other hands.
Okay.
But it's going to make it easier. Because anything you do here, that blinds you. You're blinded. Bing.
Yeah.
Here, bing. I'm off to the side. You got to turn your head. I get off or I can exit. and just rinse and repeat.
Okay.
That's it right there. That's it right there. He bit for it. Yeah, he bit.
At the press conference, Benavidez made his intentions clear, stating that his only goal is to inflict as much damage on David Morell as possible. Focused and determined, he sees this fight as a chance to prove his dominance, promising an aggressive performance when they finally step into the ring.
It's a complicated fight. You know it's going to be hard, but now that all this is happening, how you feel different about him?
That's more fuel. That's more fuel to the flame to go in there and do what I got to do. Now, I'm really going to go in there and I'm going to put a beating on him.
Okay, so we're waiting, guys, in case you are watching the stream. We're waiting for David Morell to come back here and try to do this in a Pacific way.
Benavidez Sr. has also spoken about Morell, acknowledging his focus and determination for this fight. He has noticed Morell's willingness and attention, recognizing that he is highly motivated and training hard. However, he believes that despite Morell's dedication, nerves are starting to show.
Atmosphere like this level right now, he's getting nervous right now. He's nervous. He wanted this fight. Now he's talking a lot of shit. He's mad. You know, what the fuck? You know, he should be happy. So we're super motivated. You know, David's super focused. And these are the type of fights that we need. At the end of the day, you know, he has everything to gain. We have nothing to gain out of this fight, you know. We have everything to lose, nothing to gain, you know. But at the end of the day, it's a great fight for the people. People wanted to see this fight, and we're ready. We're ready to put them to sleep.
Benavidez, a former world champion and the undefeated Mexican monster with a 29-0 record and 24 KOs, remains highly determined for every fight, including his showdown with Morell. While Morell has been talking trash, Benavidez has stayed silent, taking note of everything said. He plans to respond not with words, but with action in the ring. He believes the trash talk only fuels the fight, making it even more intense.
David Morell, when he says...
Let me, I want to...
You don't have power for this.
You don't have...
I don't have power for this.
I don't have power? No, I don't have power?
Not for this.
I'm going to show you.
They broke my mouth?
I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. I'm going to break your fucking mouth. I'm going to break your talking all that shit. Talking all that shit. When you have a jaw brace on, that's going to be... That's my gift to you.
You boys, you know more better, man. Like, shut the fuck, bitch. What the fuck do you mean?
What are you saying?
You know, man, you're a stupid.
I'll beat the f out of you.
No, man. Okay, what do you do? Okay, baby, what do you do? Whatever you do.
All right. And then I want you to come ready because I'll beat the f. I want you guys to give me. I want you guys to give me the props I deserve. All right.
Whatever you do.
We'll see.
Whatever you do.
Benavidez thrives on facing tough opponents who believe he can't beat them. Regarding Canelo, he dismisses claims that he's avoiding the fight out of fear. He insists that's not the case, as he's never been afraid of tough challengers. Benavidez is always ready to prove himself against the best.
And collect a big bag on my head after the fight. Like, it isn't... This is I'm doing David Morell. You know what I mean? It's the hardest fight, but I'm not scared of nobody. You know what I mean? I like I said, I embrace the challenges. So for Canelo and his fans saying that I don't bring nothing to the table, I don't do this, I don't do that, man, they're all scared. Just like how he's scared, you know what I mean? And if he wants to come prove that I ain't shit, come prove it in front of everybody. It's that easy.
So I feel like it's just a bunch of excuses on his end.
It's just a bunch of excuses, bro. At the end of the day, it's a bunch of excuses and it's a bunch of pride. Because after I beat him, you know,
it's like legacy.
What they don't like is that I'm Mexican, that I'm also Mexican, and I'm here in the United States.
Daniel Benavidez is an absolute powerhouse in the ring, a relentless warrior with incredible speed, power, and aggression. His dominance has been so undeniable that even Canelo Alvarez, the undisputed champion, is feeling the pressure. Canelo knows fans want him to fight David Benavidez, but deep down, he hesitates. He calls it a possibility, but never fully commits, leaving doubt about whether he truly wants the challenge.
David Benavidez, American, from Arizona, from Phoenix, Arizona. Debut 2013 through 2021. I think he is still fighting. His last fight most likely occurred in 2021. Oh wait, November 13, he's got an upcoming fight versus Jose Uzcatagu, Colombian. But his last one was a TKO, took place March 13, 2021. 24, and we got another undefeated.
David Morrell is going to put up one hell of a fight. I just think David Benavidez is not what people think he is. I see a highly skilled fighter with good fluidity in his punches and his moves. The guy, to me, is one of the best fighters in the world. And I'm talking about skill-wise. Like, he got fast hands. He throws great flurries. He knows how to break you down systematically. His defense is far better than people give him credit. Him against Oleksandr Volcic, I was like, brother, this guy looks great, right? He just need more time at 175, which I think he got.
David Morell and David Benavidez are going to fight.
Yeah.
Is that a fight that you're...
Oh, got it, yeah. Well, the story with he and I was, I met him when he was a kid, and he told me, I'm going to be a world champion someday, and you know, and then I run into him and he's a world champion. You know, that's happened to me so many times, usually with MMA fighters, not boxers. That's when I was sort of kicking the tires of boxing, and yeah, yes, I will watch that fight, if that's the question you're asking.
Jake Paul also claims that Canelo is afraid of fighting David Benavidez because he knows Benavidez could beat him and become an overnight superstar. Paul suggests that Canelo doesn't want to risk his legacy by facing such a dangerous opponent, which is why he hesitates to take the fight.
A lot of boxers don't do this. This is why Canelo's not fighting Benavidez. Why would Canelo fight Benavidez, who's relatively unknown, and Benavidez beats him and Benavidez becomes overnight a superstar? That's Canelo's letting Benavidez make a name off of him.
Wait, so you're saying that you're going to make Conor McGregor?
Even Dimitri Bivol has praised Benavidez' skills, revealing that he is impressive in sparring and capable of competing at the highest level.
Spar, it's very different than a fight. I have a lot of sparrings when I wasn't good, when I was good. I'm not seeing on the sparring, it's like on the fight. I'm checking, I'm just trying to do something, you know. I just have some mission for one sparring and I try to do it. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. But with Benavidez, it was good sparrings. I can't say that something was not good. Now it's Canelo. He has belts. Of course, he's the best in 168. They need to prove it. They need to earn belts. Then we will say. We have rules. You have belts, you are best.
However, as Benavidez pushes hard for this fight, David Morell is not far behind. Morell is equally excited and committed, training intensely to ensure an incredible fight outcome. He sees this as a massive opportunity and is determined to showcase his skills, proving he belongs among the best.
Man, no secret for everybody that Benavidez won. You know Robocop? Here, that's it. Look, the Benavidez versus Crown. It's 12 rounds. You know, this time is the real secret. I never fight Plan before. I mean, I think so. Plan not have too much power for Benavidez. So you know, he's the big guy. He's as stronger too. So you have like the good lefts. You training hard. You have power. You have everything. I mean, nothing for you.
Keep your.
I can dance. I have move. You know, I can dance. Benavidez can dance. That's it.
Teddy Atlas recently analyzed the matchup, acknowledging Morell's Cuban boxing background and his 100-plus fights, despite being less experienced at the pro level. Atlas emphasized that Benavidez is more controlled, technical, and battle-tested, making him a dangerous and strategic fighter who knows exactly what he's doing inside the ring.
I think the purer puncher probably is Morell for one shot. He's the less experienced guy, but he's got that Cuban background, you know, with the amateur pedigree, over 100-something fights. He's got experience. Even though he's got a lot less fights professional, he's got experience. He hasn't fought the resume professionally that Benavidez has, so that's in favor of Benavidez. The experience, always important. But also the pedigree, like I said, where he comes from, Cuba, how, you know, you come from that island that from the beginning when you first put those gloves on, it's all about becoming a world champ. You know, part of it is to escape the communist country, to get to a better life, to get to where you can pursue dreams, to get over here where you can become a world champion. And that is all there. But Benavidez comes from those bloodlines too, where it's all about with him and his father, you know, and his family. It's all about being a champion, staying a champion, being proud, representing yourself in and out of the ring as a champion. The power. Both guys are known for that.
The difference between David Morell and David Benavidez is clear. Benavidez is a non-stop, high-volume fighter who thrives on pressure. He loves getting in close and has raw aggression in his DNA. He has openly stated that all of Morell's trash talk is fueling his motivation, and he's determined to settle it in the ring. Benavidez Sr. has also acknowledged Morell's skills, making it clear that Team Benavidez isn't underestimating him. He called Morell a tough, talented fighter and assured that they are preparing at the highest level, knowing this would be no easy fight against such a dangerous opponent.
He says, quote, "I don't want to fight someone who doesn't mean something for my career. And the best out there now is David Morell."
I see him coming up to 175. He's talking a lot of shit. So I'm gonna shut his ass up. And also, it would be a bigger pay-per-view if we wait later. His name is not that big, but, you know, I don't give a.
They just talk the way you want your fighters to talk. They're all about the smoke. They want to fight everybody. It seems like whoever would win the Morell-Benavidez fight get the shot. But at the end of the day, we got a guy who wants to fight a tough guy.
David Morell is so good. David Morell is a high-risk, low-reward fighter. You have to overpay people to step in the ring with him. If you don't overpay him, you won't get him in the ring. It's as simple as that, Jack. So, David Morell going in 2024, one of the most exciting fighters, got an exciting style, has a fan base in Minnesota. You know, that's the knock on the Cubans. No international distribution on the Cuban feed because they don't show the fights. Has a fan base in Minnesota. Now we need to see the fights. Vladimir Shishkin, Kristen and Billy. Any of those guys on the back end of the top 10, I want to see them in with him.
While many favor Benavidez, there's a real chance this could go terribly wrong for him. Unlike most fighters in his position, Benavidez is taking a major risk rather than waiting for a Canelo payday. He's stepping up, essentially becoming the Canelo to Morell by giving him a shot.
There's a huge demand for this fight, Dave Morell and David Benavidez. For me, though, I never had a huge demand for it because I think it's a bit early for Morell. And when you look at his last fight, Riyadh season, David Morell didn't look that good. But a lot of people don't think David Benavidez looked that good against Volsik. I thought he looked great. I just thought he gassed out, but I thought he looked phenomenal. This fight, though, reminds me a bit of how they moved along Vargas. Remember when Vargas fought Trinidad? People wanted that fight until they saw it. He was a little too young, and he was showing a lot of promise, but I think they moved him along too quickly. Don't be surprised if David Benavidez give him a boxing lesson. David Benavidez, I think he's going to show some movement, shoot the jab, be busy. I think Morell has a puncher's chance, and I think it's a phenomenal puncher's chance because he's so athletically gifted.
Benavidez and David Morell, right? This is the type of fights boxing needs. Two young fighters, great fighters in their division. They moved up to 175. They were at 168. The fight wasn't made there, but 175, David said, you know what, let's make this fight happen. The first few pictures, it looks like David has some weight to take off. He looks like the Tyson Fury of the 175, but that doesn't matter, right? It's all about your fighting technique, your fighting style. I think David Morell has a great opportunity to showcase his skills, but I don't think it'll be enough to beat a David Benavidez. I think David Benavidez has a little bit too much power and too much combinations for David Morell. David Morell hasn't, fought anybody that is maybe top 2, top 3. David Benavidez has been in there with Caleb Plant, has been in there with some good fighters. So he is coming into the fight the favorite. But let me know what you guys think of that fight, all right? Let me know what you guys think.
Morell brings a unique blend of size, speed, and power, with a more aggressive, knockout-oriented approach. He isn't as experienced, but his athleticism, sharp angles, and southpaw stance present serious problems. The concerns about Benavidez, his tendency to square up, and his forward-moving aggression could be exploited if Morell counters effectively. However, Benavidez's pressure, hand speed, and underrated skill set might be too much.
Yeah, listen, I'll give massive props to Benavidez because I've rated Morell very highly for a long time. In Los Angeles, I got to watch him up close, and I really wasn't impressed with what I saw, but I just think he had an off night. He's a very good fighter, and Benavidez really doesn't need to be taking that fight, but he is. So listen, big respect to David Benavidez. That's a great fight, and we want to see great fights. I hope there's more fighters like David Benavidez that said, no, I'll back myself. I don't give a fuck about Morell. I know everyone rates him and he's this Cuban killer. I'll beat him. Get me in with him. Fair play. Well done, David Benavidez.
Great fight as well. Really, really good fight. It's great to see this, isn't it? I mean, boxing's flat at the minute, but I really, really rate Benavidez. Hard to look past him, not one for me.
Pros analyzing the fight see it as a true clash of styles. Morell brings power, while Benavidez overwhelms opponents with relentless volume. Morell may need this fight more, but Benavidez took it anyway, proving his warrior mentality. If Morell wins, he becomes a star, but he's risking everything by challenging a beast who thrives in brutal, high-paced battles.
I know I say that every fight, but it's just I'm getting better and better. I'm more experienced. You know, now I'm physically, emotionally, spiritually, I'm at one with myself, and I'm just ready. I'm ready. These are the type of challenges I want. I don't shy away from no fight. If no fight or no fighter, you know what I mean? And that's definitely what I'm going to show February 1st.
Do you think like you break them down like later in the rounds? Like do you catch them early and break them down early like we saw with Andrade?
To be honest with you, I'm going to just put a game plan together and I'm going to just follow my game plan. I don't know if it's going to come early. I don't know if it's going to come late. But I will be trying to knock them out. You know, that's what I do every single fight. I go in there and I just break people down and I beat the shit out of them. It's going to be the same thing.
Given the last performance, I know you said at the post-fight you were injured, you're dealing with a lot of things. What do you make of like the perception of David at 175 from fans now? And do you think it's fair?
To be honest with you, I don't care what nobody says. I know exactly what I do. I know that 7 weeks left to the fight, I tore a tendon. No, 8 weeks left to the fight, tore a tendon. I got closer to 4 weeks, only using one hand.
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned until next time.